Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary, live presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Sunday night. No, that's not. What are we talking about? Sunday night, December the 10th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks for joining me on a Sunday night. As you know, I consider it the start of my week. Many of you consider it the end of your week. And as I like to do on Sunday nights, actually, this is the first time I'm doing it, but I think it's kind of cool. Everyone, let me know where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? And yes, so we got Murray here from New Zealand. Always, I don't think Australia's down under, but New Zealand's near it. So what, Murray, tell me what New Zealanders say. They don't say down under as well, do they? So we got New Zealand in the house. That is awesome. Who else we got here? Anula's in Copenhagen right now. I know that's Denmark. That's not Sweden, because we flew through Copenhagen on our way, and then we took a train to Sweden. So welcome, Anula. Not sure what you're doing there, if you're living there, working there, whatever it may be. Thank you. We have Cheyenne from Colombia. Awesome. We got Burnaby. Aaron, I skip Fridays and Saturdays. Thank you for noticing. That wasn't sarcastic. No, truly, thank you for noticing. I don't do shows on Friday and Saturday. Just give me one sec. Yeah, I don't do shows on Friday and Saturday. We got an Esquimalt, we got a Vancouver, and we got some Northern BC. We got Richmond, we got Penticton, we got people noticing my sign. We got New West, we got Burnaby. Aaron's in Hong Kong right now. Awesome. Thank you for being here. I know there's a lot of Canucks fans in Hong Kong. We got South Surrey and Swedish, but working and living in Copenhagen right now. And we have Vancouver proper. That is awesome. Welcome, everyone. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and positive space. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Richmond and Steveston and Richmond. Why do I always mix it up? Let's start that again. Whether you're my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston in Richmond, in the city, lower mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or better, all three. I appreciate you, always appreciate you, and I never take you for granted. So you can get involved tonight by subscribing. That gets you active in the chat section. You can get notified of my videos every single day. You can like this video. 45 of you in here already on a Sunday non-game night. That is amazing. So we should have at least about 20 likes right now if we have 45 people in here. So let's boost that up right here, right now. I love seeing that number go up right in front of my eyes. You can leave a donation like Lucas just did. I will get to that in a second. Thank you, Lucas. And you can gift a membership like Coach Rob just did. Thank you, Coach Rob. Get to that in a minute. You can also buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure that you rate and review. So I'm so grateful that you guys are here. What I'll do is I'll talk for the first 20 minutes or so. No game night, so I can just talk about last night's game, look ahead a little bit to the week, and then I would love it if, I would love it the last 20 minutes to be all about you. And in the middle of the show, I'll talk about the Vegas trip. Getting a lot of interest, a lot of people talking to me about the Vegas trip, but no one committing yet. We have to commit, you guys, by this Tuesday. You have to contact Neal. You have to give him your $200 deposit. It is refundable if the trip doesn't cancel. It's not refundable if the trip goes through because you're committed to the trip. I hope that makes sense. I think that's very fair. But the bottom line is we gotta get Neal some commitments by this Tuesday. So I'll talk about that a little bit later in the show as well. But let's get started by recognizing some of the early generosity in this chat, which is always appreciated. And I appreciate not just the donations, but you guys yourselves. So let's start with the legend himself, legendary Lucas Gates, who gets us going with his donation. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, for the $10 donation. Where's that brass bonanza? Oh, wait, we didn't hear it. Clutch win versus Carolina yesterday. Like, sub, become a member more. waiting on word, but I'm working on an autism acceptance jersey with the BCHL club. That's awesome. You got to use your talents, spread your gifts, share your gifts with the world. That is awesome, Lucas. And thank you for the donation. And you're right. I'm not going to sing Brass Bonanza for you. Oh, they did score 3 goals, including tying it up. I'll get to that in a second. But thank you, Lucas, for your donation and for getting the donation train going. Love it. Donation train is out of the station, and Coach Rob continues it moving. Coach Rob gifts a membership, which is a $5 donation, and it doubles as a membership gift for someone. Free franchise membership. And this one goes to EJ87. So EJ87 back in the CCCC, the Clay's Canucks commentary crew. So welcome back, EJ. And thank you, Coach Rob, for the donation. So let's give both Coach Rob and Lucas some love in the chat for their early donations. And Gerald, final payment is not due until January 31st. So you can budget after all your Christmas spending, or maybe you get a bunch of money from your relatives and you use that regardless. Only the deposit is due by Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's say Wednesday. Neal's got to know about your intention by Tuesday. And then we go from there. So yes, you guys have noticed my new light. It's kind of new, but old. So a family friend gave this to me. It's like the cheesiest thing I've ever seen, but I'm going to put it up for the next little bit. So yes, it is the Orca. Uh-oh. Okay, stay. That's where it's going to sit for now. Very stubborn. Now that I've touched it, it's probably going to fall halfway through. I'm glad you guys like that light. It's so cheesy, but it's kind of cool actually in this room. But since when has cheesy stopped me before? Don't answer that actually. So last night I was at the Canucks Carolina game. I took my lovely wife Gail, and if you were following along some of my tweets, I didn't tweet a lot last night, but there are a couple of funny ones. One of them was it was really funny when Gail and I were watching, and she said something. She said something like I've never heard before anyone say at a Canucks game. So Kuzmenko came over the line, and then Gail says, what did I tweet? She said something like, "Hey, where's all his friends?" or "Wait for your friends." I want to tell you exactly what she said because it was the strangest thing I've ever heard. And yes, I said, Gail said something I've never heard while watching a hockey game, whether it be in person or on TV. As Kuzmenko brought the puck over the blue line and looked for someone to pass to, Gail said, "Come on, find your friends." Yes, find your friends sounds like some game you'd play online or something, but that's what Gail said. She implored Andrei Kuzmenko in the very limited minutes that he played yesterday to find his friends. So he didn't really have a lot of time to find his friends because he didn't play a lot tonight. And I'll get to that in a second. But overall, it was a very, very good win for the Canucks last night. It was their first consecutive wins since November 15th. They beat Montreal. You guys might remember this. They beat Montreal at the very end of their road trip through Eastern Canada. Remember, they beat Ottawa. They lost to Toronto. Then they beat Montreal. Then they came back and beat big, mean Bo Horvat and the New York Islanders. And then after that, they went loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win. So they went 10 straight games of alternating between losses and wins. And then finally last night, they actually do a second consecutive win. And it was mostly because of Elias Pettersson, who had a 3-point night, 1 goal, 2 assists, and not just some goofy second assist. No, direct assist. His assist to Lafferty, Pettersson weaved through the neutral zone, weaved through the blue line, over the blue line, put a hard shot on net that Ranta had to stop. And then Lafferty, with a really good power move play, put the puck behind Ranta. And then Pettersson's next pass, that one was a shot that became a rebound. Pettersson's pass to McCabe was so beautiful. Pettersson took the puck in the corner, waited for McCabe to get to the goal crease. And then McCabe give him credit too, made a really smart play, basically hit the defenseman's stick. Was it Pesci? Or no, I think it was a Carolina forward. It might have been Aho. Whoever it was, Mikheyev hit his stick, so he was kind of like stunned, and then Mikheyev pushed the puck behind Ranta. So that was really, really good. That was a nice goal. So those are the two Canucks goals. Then Martinook scored, though, right after that, 30 seconds later on a 2-on-1, which wasn't great. Bad look on Teddy Bluey there. I think Quinn Hughes was caught pinching. But then JT Miller scored 6 minutes later on a beautiful play. Pettersson gains the line. He doesn't get an assist. If they're a third assist, he'd get it. Then Hoglander and Besser did some really good work behind the net. And then Pettersson did a quick line change. Miller comes off, and then Miller scores on the one-timer. Brady Shea scores in a weird – no, that wasn't the weird goal. Shea's goal was at the end of a power play. Gail looked at Shea's name, spelled S-K-J-E-I, and she said, "How do you pronounce it?" And I said, Shea. And she goes, "How is that Shea?" I said, "I'm not sure." Then there's Nosen guy. No sense to me, though. That shot that got through, hits the crossbar, and he puts it in. But then Pettersson, 1 minute later, scores on a beautiful wraparound, the second wraparound in the past 2 weeks. And PD had an amazing, amazing game. So it was a really good time at the arena. Got to meet a lot of new people that watched the channel. So hello, everyone that I said hello to last night. It was really great meeting all of you. And really good. Demko was great. And then the Canucks overall were really good, especially PD. The only thing I didn't really like were the too many men penalties. I actually didn't see them happen because there's so much going on in the ice. And I'm not staring at the benches when I'm there. But then when I saw the replays, I don't know. Hughes was probably just too eager on the first one. And then Ian Cole waves Hughes on, then waves him off. And by that time, or maybe that was the first or second one. Maybe I'm getting them confused. But I know that Cole was too slow to the bench. He was probably too slow to the bench on both of them. So really, really good to see the Canucks win last night and win 2 straight. And they go for their third straight win against when they host the Tampa Bay Lightning on Tuesday night. Now I want to show you a couple things about standings and scores and a few things, and then I'll make sure there's a lot of time for your questions and comments as we start off this week. Now, some good things happening because the LA Kings have actually lost 2 in a row. They lost yesterday. Who did they lose to yesterday? Whoever they lost to, I know it was, Islanders. Horvat and the Islanders, right? Yesterday. Yes, they lost 3-2 in overtime. And then today, the Kings lost 4-1 to the Rangers. So you look at the Huggy 2 million was on Ian Cole. Thank you. So you look at the Pacific Division, which I care about. The Oilers have won 7 straight. By the way, the last show I've done was Game Over at Edmonton on Friday nights. And thanks to everyone from here who came over and supported me. I felt fine. I was playing up how nervous. I don't think I talked about being nervous, but I did talk about it. I'm sure it's kind of weird for Edmonton people to see someone who wasn't Dennis Avery or Zach on the show. But I had a great time. Many of you supported me over there, which I really, really appreciated. But the Oilers, 7 straight. They're 500 now. I'll show you that in a second. 7 straight wins. Yeah, LA goes back-to-back losses against 2 New York teams. We had Anaheim losing, but they always lose. We had the Kraken lose. Ricky, I think, pointed out to me that they've lost 8 straight. And then we had the Golden Knights win. Gosh darn it. Well, they got to a shootout, so they could have lost. So you put it all together, and this is what it looks like for the Pacific Division. So Vegas keeps winning. They're back to a 3-game win streak after losing a couple. So we are 6 points behind Vegas with 1 game in hand. So easy math. We win that game in hand, and we're still 4 points down. So, and you just look at the points percentage. Vegas at 741, 661. I'm glad LA only got 1 out of the previous 4 points. Otherwise, they would have passed us already. But they are still behind us with only 3 games in hand as opposed to 5 games in hand, which is nice. Much higher winning percentage, though, points percentage. But technically, even by points percentage, they are now behind the LA Kings. And you can look at it this way. And if you go by points percentage, which doesn't, it doesn't, quote, penalize you or reward you for playing more games or less games, then Vegas technically is still first, and then LA second, and Canucks are third. But they all got to play 82 games by the end. So right now, we have Vegas at 43, us at 37, LA at 36. Check it out. Edmonton, they've won 7 straight. They're 7-3. That means they're 0-3 in the they have 3 straight losses before their 7 straight wins. They started the season 2-9-1, you guys. 2-9-1. That means they've gone 9-12-1 in the past. 9-2-1 in the past 13 games or whatever. My math is probably bad. 2-9-1. That's 12. That means they've gone 10-2-1. No. Yeah, 13. That's right. They've gone 10-2-1 in the past 15 games. So look at them. They are now at true 500. They've basically blown past Anaheim, Seattle, and Calgary. So you guys, I think this is the team we got to worry about. Yes, they are still 12 points behind us with 3 games in hand. So even if they win all 3, and no one's saying they're going to do that, they're still 6 points behind us. 6 points behind us. That's why it was so good, so important that we got off to the really, really good start at the start of this season. Then you look at the overall league. I like seeing this. We are 4th when it comes to points, but we played way more games than both New York and Boston, and more games than all these guys, actually. Everyone behind us, LA, Florida, Winnipeg. So if you go by points percentage, we are 7th in the league, right behind Toronto, but just ahead of Winnipeg. So interesting to see Toronto, Winnipeg, Vancouver, and Winnipeg, the 3 Canadian teams in 6, 7, and 8. So again, points percentage is probably the fair way of looking at the team. The teams are in relative standing, but it's ultimately they're all going to play 82 games by the end of the season. Finally, we look at the stats. Nikita Kucherov has blown past the rest of the field. He's at 47 points now. Miller is 40, which is awesome. A great pace, 1 point for 3 points per game. Then Pasternak, Panarin, Reinhart, McKinnon. So PD's at 7. PD's tied for 6. PD's tied for 5th, actually, in 37. That means Hughes is tied for 8th. And then Besser is tied for 12th. So we have 4 guys in the top 12 with ties, which is pretty cool. And then finally, we look at how the Canucks are doing, just the Canucks. And of course, it's Miller and Pettersson at the very top. Hughes right behind Besser, a point a game. And Philip Hronek is still just under a point per game, which is pretty good. We have Mikheyev. I'll take 0.67 points per game from Mikheyev. Kuzmenko, 0.6 points per game is still not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great compared to what he did last season. And then how about Lafferty and Hoglander? Look at these guys. They're in our top 10 in scoring, and Myers is number 10 ahead of Garland, which is crazy. So that's what we're looking at right now. Overall, I think we got to be very happy where the Canucks are. They are 9 games over 500. 9 games over 500. And if you follow me along, let me explain the math one more time for you guys, and then we'll get to my mid-show stuff. 9 games over 500. I always say that we want to be 12 games over 500 when the season ends. That's 94 points, because 82 games plus 12 games over 500, 12 extra points means 94 points. So that's what I think the Canucks need to get to, is 94. So that would be basically 42, 30, and 10. Get you 94 points. That's 12 games over 500. We are already 9 games over 500, 18-9-1. So just to get to bare minimum 94, which is a wild card, all we have to do is play 3 games over 500 for the rest of the season. But I say, why not try to go another 9 games over 500? You go another 9 games over 500 between now and the end of the year, then you're 18. That's 18 then games over 500, and then now you are sitting at 100 points for the season, and that's going to get you 2nd or 3rd, whatever it may be. So Canucks are in a really, really good spot right now. Yes, I think we got to recognize that Edmonton's playing well, but we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out about them just yet. Let's just continue to do our good stuff. And that this week is hosting Tampa on Tuesday, hosting Florida on Thursday on Roberto Luongo night, and then going to Minnesota on Saturday to play there in Minnesota on Saturday. So let me spend a couple of minutes talking about my mid-show stuff, including the Vegas trip. Let's start with the Vegas trip, then I'll do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'll turn it over to all of you. So I've talked a few times about this Vegas trip. It's me. I'm actually on the poster. If you see there, Canuck Clay. I don't know why I was pointing the screen, but you can't see it. So it says, join Canuck Superfan Crazy P, Canuck Clay, and Uniqlo Carefree Travel. So I'm going to very, very quickly, once again, tell you some of the details of this amazing trip. But the key is you got to commit by Tuesday. At least commit that $200, and that secures your spot, because we got to make sure we have enough people to go. So this is what we are doing. The trip is March 31 to April 3, Sunday, Easter Sunday to Wednesday. Don't know the departure flight yet. Don't know the arrival flight yet, but we know it's Sunday to Wednesday, and the game is on Tuesday night, April the 2nd. We know the cost is $999 Canadian, so 1,000 Canadian, based on double occupancy. It's $250 more if you want to stay on your own. Also, packages coming from Kelowna and Victoria as well. With that $999, you get the return airfare to and from Vegas, airport transfers from the airport to your hotel. The hotel is the Park MGM, the Old Monte Carlo, right next to the T-Mobile. So that's 3 nights there. And of course, the game ticket in the mezzanine level, not the balcony, not the lower bowl, the mid section. I think it's a really, really good deal. You can add up all these things yourself. And someone on Twitter did it, and they said it's just over $1,000. So from a pure money standpoint, you might not be saving if you did all the stuff right now, but it is the convenience, it is the experience, and this price is set, whereas other prices are going to go up, hotel, airfare, as we get closer to the day. So it's best to lock in right now. So here's the fine print. It's not even fine print, it's print. You got to let Neal Chark know. Neal C at uniglobcarefree.ca. Again, that's Neal C at uniglobcarefree.ca. But you got to tell him tomorrow, which is Monday, or Tuesday. And then he's going to ask you for a $200 deposit that we say due on December 12th. But I talked to Neal today. I think Wednesday's okay too. But I think to be safe, if you want to go on this trip, you got to let Neal know by Tuesday. Otherwise, you might pull the plug. At least give him your intention of interest. I think we're just talking. I think there's going to be 3 or 4 of my family members going. I know a couple. I know Gerald's thinking about going. I know a guy named Cashton's thinking about going. I know some guys from my church are thinking about going. So, and I know Crazy P's rounding up some people. So I would love if some of you guys would join me. I know it's not cheap, but from a value perspective, I think it's reasonable. I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it's reasonable, and the experience is second to none. I went to Seattle. That was fun, and that was already $650. So this one is actually a much better deal. For $350 more, you get 2 more nights and airfare as opposed to a bus. When you write to Neal C at uniglobcarefree.ca, please mention me, Clay Emo, or Canuck Clay, because Neal is indeed tracking where he gets all his sales from. Now, friends, really quickly, before I go to my Mitchell sponsor read, yes, you do. You're not, by saying something here, you're not committing. But is there anyone here in the chat that you're thinking about actually going, or you're thinking about going? Don't worry, I'm not going to email you. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not going to text you. I'm not going to come over to your house, especially if it's Fangirl, because I don't want to travel to Northern BC. But is there anyone actually from this chat, from this community, actually thinking about going on this trip? And remember, by putting it in the chat, you're not committing to it, but I would love it. Oh, Andrew, I would love it if you went. I'm not sure if Vegas would be ready for Andrew and for me, but I think we could do it. Jason, I did some research. Cheapest you could do it yourself was for $1,225. Okay. So thank you. According to Jason's research, you're saving at least $200. Hey, Justin, Lucas can't, unfortunately. But we have Edmund says tempting. And yes, I should not lead you into temptation, but deliver you from evil. No, that's not me, that's God. Yeah, Edmund, we love it if you would come. Terry, wow, my wife and I are thinking about it. That would be amazing, Terry, if you and your wife would come down. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth it. And it's a chance to see. Remember, and we don't, unless you want to, you don't just hang out with the group the entire 4 days, 3 nights. Obviously, there maybe do a couple meals, do a game, do the game itself, but you're already flying down and flying back. You don't have to. It's not like we go in a pack of 20 everywhere we go, unless you really want to. So my mom is in the chat. I should do a really quick poll, but my mom is saying, may I go? Of course you can, Mom. Of course you can. Everyone spam the chat. Tell Auntie Joyce, that's my mom's name. Tell her that she should go. I think she should go. My mom came over to my house today. I wish I could see her, but I was working today. But she was the one who brought over the beautiful Canucks Christmas light from her best friends. So yes, so we got some. Helen, you got to go. You are the original on these trips. You got to go. Gerald, I'm waiting on my buddy, but if he's out, I need someone to share a room. Or Gerald, maybe we pay the $250 so you get your own. Okay, no, Gerald might be looking for a roommate. No judgment here. We can make that work. Well, if you knew a month ago, you would have come with your mom. If one of my buddies committed, I would be my second Canucks game. Well, Ricky, if your buddy can't go, you should go with Gerald. Gerald is awesome. I've met him 3 or 4 times now. Ricky, I've met you way more than that. And I can tell you guys would get along just fine. So Ricky and Gerald, you guys should actually talk to each other for sure. Clay, it's a tough temptation in Vegas to gamble. Roll the dice. I will be in control when I'm down there. Terry says, I have to pay for my mom. Jason says, I have to pay for my mom. Fangirl says, yes, Joyce, go. Coach Rob said, Miss Ema should go. Gerald says, Auntie Joyce should join. I know Sean is going. Big family trip. Yeah, I could see it maybe being me, Gail, my mom, Joyce, Sean, and maybe Kayla, even though Kayla doesn't gamble and wouldn't gamble. She's too young. But I think Jacob might be the only one who might pass on this one. Jacob's that weird age where he's 20, where he'll still come down for fun, but not that it's all about the gambling, but he can't gamble. I think Kayla might say yes, but I'm bringing Kayla to the Lightning game on Tuesday. So maybe she'll fall in love with it after that. She already likes the Canucks. Duffman also says Clay has to pay. Okay, so a lot of people are saying Auntie Joyce can go. Auntie Joyce, you should go and do triple occupancy. Oh, you mean with my mom? Yes, we can figure that out. Yes, I do like In-N-Out as well. Okay, friends. So that sounds awesome. That we got Terry considering going with his wife. We got Gerald, a maybe. We got Ricky, a maybe. But Ricky and Gerald, you don't have to, but I know both of you guys. I think rooming together would be fun for you too. We got my mom. We got me. We got Kayla, maybe. We got Gil. We got Sean. And maybe Helen. Okay, this is a pretty sick group. If we can all make it work. Oh, that's a pretty good group. Okay, thanks for that for everyone. Thanks to everyone for that. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Check them out at ptforum.com. Thanks to Gassy Jack Art, maker of that fine artwork. By the way, thank you to Dave Leeson, who made that banner for me. It's usually over there. That's Canucks by the Numbers on Twitter. Thanks to Dave. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor, and to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. If you're looking for Canucks tickets, email me at canuckclay@gmail.com. I'll send you my list and my shows this week. Tonight is tonight. Tomorrow is Canucks After Dark at 10, me and Parker. Then games night at 11:15. Tuesday night, regular 11 p.m. Wednesday night, members only. We do those twice a week, the second and fourth weeks of the month. And whenever is not a game night. So Wednesday is not the game night. Tuesday and Thursday are. So Wednesday will be Canucks game night, not Canuck Clay game night. Wednesday will be members. And then Thursday will be everyone once again at 11 o'clock. Finally, a mid-show reminder to all of you to subscribe, to like the video, to leave a donation like Lucas did. Thank you, Lucas. To become a gift of membership like Coach Rob just did. Thank you, Coach Rob, or did at the start of the show. And you can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership. And for listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And Gerald and Ricky, I can connect you guys, or you can find each other. Let me know if you need help connecting, because I think you guys would get along just fine. And if you don't, you can blame me. That's how confident I am in you, Gerald and Ricky. So again, potentially Gerald, Ricky, Terry and his wife, Helen. Edmund said he was tempted. Me, Gil, Joyce, Sean, maybe Kayla. Okay. This Andrew, I forgot. This sounds good. I think we have the making of a really fun group and a really, really good looking group. Canucks fans, let's go. Next 15, 20 minutes. Let's go question. There are 90 of you in here, which is great. So I can't really do comments. So let's go questions only. Let's go questions only. You guys are still welcome to chat, non-questions in the chat, but I won't be able to read all of them just because I don't want to fall too far behind. So let's do questions only. Yeah, Andrew, I'll never forget you again. Fangirl, would you give Hronek Hughes money considering PD still needs to resign and the OEL buyout? What's interesting, Fangirl, is Hronek might get Hughes type money, 7.5 million, because it's more important percentage of cap, not actual number. We know Hughes is going to make 9.5, 10 million, whatever, in his next contract. But at the time Hughes signed, it was a certain percentage of the cap. And if Hronek makes that number with the caps going up, then it's not the same percentage. So I think Hronek might be in for some big money for sure. I believe Parker is, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe I think of the Seattle trip. No, I think he's going to be down there already. You know, Terry, I will ask him and we'll grill him on Canucks After Dark tomorrow. I thought Parker told me that he's going to be down there already. So we're going to meet down there, we said, but we won't be on the same trip. What are your thoughts on Kyle Connor getting injured? Honestly, oh, thanks, Harry. I didn't even know he got injured. Just getting first in the standings after being the Ducks tonight at their yeah, Winnipeg's great. They're playing so well. I did not know Connor got injured though. How expensive? I'm sorry, how expensive? How bad is it going to be? Taylor, sorry you have a headache. Go ahead and rest. Lucas, do you think the way the team is playing, PD is going to sign sooner than later? Excellent question, Lucas. I'm not sure if the team's success is going to dictate it either way. I think they're going to still, hammer away at a new deal, and whenever it's done, regardless of how the team is playing. Obviously, the better the team plays, the better chance that PD may want to stay here long term. Why does Quinn wear 43? Do we know? I can see that his brother has the same number. I thought he explained this in an interview somewhere. Does anyone remember? If anyone remember, put in the chat, why does Quinn Hughes wear number 43? No problem, Carol. We will take you in spirit. Clay, is there a special for so many home games in a row? What do you mean, is there a special? Like a special what? Burn, let me know what you mean. I want to answer that. I'm just not sure what you're asking. By the way, I was watching old videos and I was thinking about how immobile I am with my ruptured Achilles. And I was thinking, I can't believe that the bar was so low that it only took 3 Canucks wins and I would dance. Like, what am I, a show monkey? Like 3 wins? That doesn't seem like a lot. Is that the low point we got to, you guys, where all it would take was 3 wins and I would dance? What's going on? Would I consider re-signing Zadorov too? I think I need to see a bit more of it, of him, Fangirl. Connor got a knee on knee. Thank you. It was Ryan Strome. Thanks, you guys. Yes, Ohtani is making all the hockey players look so poor, Terry. I actually made a tweet about there's Shohei Ohtani. We have Seanhei Imotani. Jamie, he said he liked it. I think I'm missing something. By the way, you guys, yeah, as soon as I start mentioning comments, then I get confused. Sorry. Now I'm all over the place. Would I trade away Kuz for a top 4D? Yep, I would. But I don't know if you get a top 4D for Kuzmenko. The potential's there, obviously. And I don't want to just give up on him, but he's making over $5 million. Do I think they'll keep Kuzi or trade him? I think he's the type of guy, though, when he gets hot, he'll be awesome in the playoffs. Like if he can go on a goal scoring streak. So my inclination is to keep him. Yeah, I heard that the Canucks might be out of the Ethan Bear sweepstakes. I heard that the Washington Capitals made a strong bid. Yeah, I heard Elliot Friedman talk about those. Wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it was a slam dunk that Ethan Bear was going to come here. I thought it'd be great, but maybe because of the Zadorov signing, we can't offer Bear as much as others. Fangirl. Shout out to Fangirl using her monthly membership message. 31 months. Amazing. It was Quinn's number in Michigan. Cool. But I think the question still remains, why did he wear it in Michigan then? Thank you for being a member for 31 months, Fangirl. What can the Canucks legitimately expect to get in a trade? That's the thing. Who wants to pay? I guess if teams are calling on him, I guess they do. But I was going to say, who wants to pay for a $5.5 million player with 4 goals? I know he had 39 last year. So who are you getting? What type of player are you getting? Is his confidence being wrecked? So now's not the time to sell on Kuzmenko. What can you legitimately get? I don't know, 2nd or 3rd round draft pick, like the same as a defenseman. I don't know. 1/2 of 86, true. And Jack was 86, so you want to be 2. Okay, so I get the math. It's half of 86, but what does that mean? What's the significance of the 86? Huggy was just given the number and he liked it. Okay. That makes sense too. Michael, I'm very sorry to hear about your dog. What kind of dog was he or she, and what was the name? I'm very sorry to hear that. Hey, Fillmore, just answer that. Thank you. Number 43, because it was available, recommended to him by his junior coach, and he just liked it. That makes sense. Given to him when he was in U17. Oh, you guys are good. You guys know your stuff. Thank you. Hello, Canuck Clay. I saw you and your buddy doing the old school wind-up siren in the Canucks game last week. The old school wind-up siren in the Canucks game last week. Hey, oh my gosh. Well, we did it. We did it 2 years ago or last season, but in the Canucks game last week. Yeah. Maybe you saw a post of us doing it. Yes, Mike and I did it, but we did it last season. So I'm not sure if that's the video that you're talking about. Oh my gosh, thank you. Well, over 100 of you in here. That's awesome. Thanks, you guys, on a non-game night. Pretty exciting. 27 likes. So let's try and get that up to 40. So if you haven't hit the like button, do so right now, please, if you want. If the Canucks win around, will you go through a window again? Zal, if the Canucks win around, I'll do more than go through a window again. I will jump off my house. No, that's stupid. I will, let's worry about it as we get closer to, but I can see plenty of streams where we have some fun, and maybe I do something silly. That's not injury threatening for us. Again, what am I, a show monkey? What's going on here? A lot of you guys asking what we were to get if we could trade him. I don't know. Maybe a draft pick or I don't know. I just don't know who gives up a first rounder and has to take $5.5 million back, or maybe you get a depth player back, but not a top 4D. I don't know. I really don't know. 3 wins in a row. Yeah. Last year or a couple of years ago, when the Canucks won 3 in a row, I would start dancing. With all the talk of money, do you think the NHL should consider further expansion to 36 or 38 teams? Only, Lucas, if all the current franchises are in good health. And I think they're getting better, but I don't think it's 100% yet, is it? 350, I do not know how many people are confirmed for the Vegas trip because the bookings don't come to me. They go straight to Neal. So I do not know. Will I be getting a Luongo bobblehead on Thursday? Only if I get there early enough. I have Henrik and Daniel right here. How does that sound on the stream? People on the podcast are saying, what the heck is this guy doing? So I got Henrik and Daniel here. I think I have Burrows upstairs. It might be in Kayla's room, but I know we have a Burrows as well. Oh, here's a proposal for Barry and a third. See, that's what I'm talking about. A depth defenseman and a mid-draft pick. I used to like Tyson Barrie. I'm not convinced I like him so much right now. Greenman retired. Ricky just bought a jersey. There we go. Thanks, Neil. Just given to Hughes, and he liked it. I think Barrow want to go somewhere to play. Here, you'd likely be a 7th defenseman. No, I think you get him in the lineup. I think you get him in the lineup ahead of Myers, quite frankly. I think your right side could be Hronek, Bear, Myers. Your left side is Hughes, Zadorov, and one of Cole or Susie. And with Susie being hurt right now, we're not going to go 6 deep, like all healthy for the rest of the season. You're going to need at least 7. Do the Canucks need to draft another goalie with Ty Young possibly going to Abbey? Yeah, I think every few years you do have to get a new goalie in there. Right? We have Seelovs, we have Young, we have Tolopilo. I think pretty soon, the next couple of years, we need another one for sure. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you. I love it. 350Z using the first membership message for him or her. Hey, Clay, did you go to high school in Richmond too? I did go to Richmond High. I bet you I have way more. I have a lot of years on you. I came out of Richmond High in 1992 when it was still only a senior high. So yes, I'm turning 50 next year. I know you can't tell, right? But yes, I came out of Richmond High in 1992. 350Z, do you dare type in the year that you graduated? And I don't need everyone. No, we'll do that at the very end. Only 350Z should type in his grad year right now. For everyone else, I'm going to do it at the very end of this stream because I do like to get to know you guys. Jack Hughes wears number 86. Yeah, Mom, I know. And I know that 43 is half of 86, but the question was, why did he take 43? Okay, here's a good explanation. Hughes' mom used to wear 5, but United U17 U.S. National Development Program numbers only 30 and up. Hughes wanted to wear 6 and like 6, but couldn't get it. So 43 got assigned and he liked it. There you go. When are you going to bring back Sean on the stream? He's amazing. Yeah, Sean is great. All my kids are great. I could arrange this, but he's got to agree. Italian Mastiff, Tony was named. Sorry, Michael. I'm sorry. What is another market where you think NHL hockey would work? Go back to Quebec. Quebec, and I think Houston, they've shown they're such a third or fourth biggest city in the States. Quebec or Houston? That's what I would do. ASMR. The bobbleheads sound awesome. What's wrong with you guys? Oh, they're selling the Lou bobbleheads on Van Base. First 10,000 get them though, right? What time does the Ring of Honor ceremony start? I know doors open at 5:30. My guess, fangirl, is they'll people got to come from work and stuff. They'll still. I don't see them doing any earlier than 6:45. And then if they're going to televise it, maybe it starts right at 7. And then because if they want to televise it, they want everyone in their seats before it starts. $25, thank you. Did the Burrows one bite? I'm not sure. I'm going to go test it, Mike, in a second after the stream. Where is a clapper? What does that mean? Where is a clapper? I don't know what the question is. Terry, ask me again. Do you think it'll be an emotional night on Thursday when Luongo gets added? Oh, yeah, for sure. For him, for anyone in the organization that was around. A lot of the players now, none of them, because Besser is the longest tenured player, and he didn't play with Luongo, I don't think. So, Luongo left in 2014, and Besser got drafted in 2015. So there's no current connection, but obviously some of the coaches have played against him, some of including the Sedins and with them. But it's more for the fans, I think, for sure. Score prediction for Tuesday, 4-2. Who will score first? JT Miller. 4-2, JT Miller. When will Susie be back? We're still 4 weeks away from that. I'm thinking New Year, mid to late January. All right, 350. Grad in 2011. Awesome. Thanks for making me feel so old. Oh, Mike's my new favorite. Wait, you're 50? You look like you're in your 30s. Thank you, Mike. Yes, I'm turning 50 in June. Okay, now everyone typed in their grad years, which is fine. I won't recognize it yet, though. I recognize this one because it's 1 year before me. Hey, Dave, 1 year before me, Richmond High 91. Mike graduates college on Saturday. That's worth it. Red Wings scratch Jonathan Bergen, maybe part of a package with Zach Aston Reese. Penn's connection for Kuzi. I had I don't know anything about Bergen. I know a little bit about Aston Reese. Yeah, always potential with the Pittsburgh connection for sure. Prediction for the next 10 games. Ooh, I won't go through game by game, Carol, but if the Canucks just go 6-4, I'll be happy. But admittedly, I haven't gone through the whole schedule yet. Aaron, we are the exact same age, so I trust that you're good looking as well, Aaron. Legendary Lucas Gates with another donation. Thank you, Lucas. Let's give Lucas some love in the chat. Boom, bobblehead and shirt from Luongo Night pre-ordered. Nice. We'll pick it up when I get on ship. You just do it like right now, right during in the stream. Nice. Thank you, Lucas. I'm getting more excited about Luongo night. You think we'll see Kessler and Burrows? Yeah, the Canucks sometimes do a good job of bringing back other players. Burrows is coaching though right now, right? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. It might be more, unlike the Sedins, which was into the rafters, the actual jersey retirements. This is a Ring of Honor, so I expect to see a bunch of video tributes as opposed to them flying players in. When is my next fan meet and greet? Would love to meet you in person. Great question, 350Z. I think I'll plan it for the new year sometime. I didn't get to do one in the fall, actually, because Lucky 9 and Monkey 9 got sold along with the bowling alley. They're now Splitsville, if anyone knows that. So I still have to establish a relationship with the new Monkey 9. But yes, I think we should get together for sure. Jaskrin, I don't think they're going to do much before 7, but maybe we'll hear more about it as we get closer to the game. Well, Fangirl says apparently some former Canucks players will be in attendance other than the Sedins. Nice. Yeah, the ones closest to Luongo would be Kessler and Burrows for sure. For sure. My son asked, what's Luongo's best save? Yeah, a lot of glove ones for sure. For sure. Asian thing, hit 60, it's over. Yeah, I'm going to turn from looking like a 59 to 79. That is awesome. Do you think the Canucks will win? Yes, they will get their 3rd straight win, but I'm not dancing, as I mentioned. Search Quinn Hughes arrives in Vancouver at 1:48. He discussed why he is number 43. Thank you, Helen. Helen always coming through with the good info. Which former Canuck will attend Luongo's Ring of Honor other than Henrik and Daniel? Yeah, I think we've mentioned some. Schneider would make sense considering their great relationship. Burrows, I think, would be another one. Best goal song. Ooh, I don't know. I actually don't know a lot of goal songs across the league. I just know that ours is just okay. I don't know. Okay, everyone talking about their graduation, which is fine. I'm just going to ask you again. Yes, Terry. Actually, a neat one. For Game Over Vancouver, we are trying to get all 4 of the hosts, me, Kaya, Parker, and Sam, to do that show just as something fun. Oh, it's Luongo's best save. Olympics. I like that. I like that. Bingo, bango, bongo, Roberto Luongo. Thoughts on Demko's game last night? Little shaky. Not to me. I think the first goal, no chance. The 2-on-1, Martinuk. The second goal, no chance. Cross crease pass. Third goal, more of a fluke. It got by him, but there was like 8 guys in front of him, and it hit the crossbar. That sails 1 inch higher, and then the puck doesn't go in the net. Like it doesn't go drop down. So I actually thought Demko looked pretty good. Which other cities than Vancouver, Seattle have you watched NHL games live in? Is Vegas going to be 3rd city? So I've watched Vancouver, Seattle. I've watched a game in Calgary, but it wasn't. So let's back up. The Seattle game, that was my first one seeing the Canucks play in an opposing arena. So Vancouver, obviously Seattle. So I've been to the Calgary arena to watch a game. Canucks didn't play. Been to Vegas already. I saw Minnesota Wild play Vegas of all teams. So I've been to Vegas arena. I went to the Atlanta Thrashers arena to watch a game. And then that might be it when it comes to NHL games. I've been to many arenas. I've been to Columbus Arena. I've been to the Anaheim Arena. I've been to the old Phoenix Arena. Oh, no, I've watched a game in Ottawa as well. I've been to the Winnipeg Arena, but I haven't watched a game yet. Been to, so really, I think it's only 5 or 6 cities where I've watched NHL games and maybe 3 or 4 more arenas, but that's about it. Good question. 24-hour live. Not for me, Jack. I got too much Christmas stuff to do. Luongo jerseys and warm-up. That would be pretty cool. Is Suter ready to return? I think so. They sent Carlson down already, right? So Suter said he needed 3 or 4 practices. He only had 1. I think he did the optional skate 2. So if he doesn't play tomorrow, I know he's going to play Thursday for sure. I think he might play tomorrow though. Favorite game and favorite memory. Wow. Favorite memory was probably writing him a song with Marie, the Boyce Men one, and then him writing back, writing me a DM thanking for the song. So that's my favorite memory. Then I got to meet him last year as well, as you guys saw the picture. Favorite game? It might be Game 7 against Chicago when he stoned Patrick Sharp. Am I disappointed? Honestly, I don't care about baseball. How many games would DeSmith get this week? 1, I think. I think Zadora's been okay. I think he was uneven the first 2 games. I thought he was pretty good last game. So I think he's been okay. He's been okay. Would you attend the other NHL arena games they have? Yes, absolutely. It's not like on my bucket list though to get to all 32 arenas. Oh, did I say tomorrow? Thank you. Yes, the game is Tuesday. Why did I say tomorrow? I know today's Sunday and tomorrow's Monday because that's usually what happens. And I know the game's on Tuesday because I'm going. Gosh, I can't believe I kept saying that. How many wins do you expect this week? Well, if we're counting 4 games between now and the next Sunday, I say we win 3 of the 4. We should be able to beat Minnesota and Chicago, even though they're on the road back to back. I think we drop one of these 2, either Tampa or Florida. So I would love it if we went 3-1 this week. And favorite burger joint in Greater Vancouver? Not a big burger guy. Give me a Burger King Whopper anytime. Friends, for the last 2 minutes, spam the chat with the year that you graduated high school from and what high school. I want to get to know you guys a bit more. So I did Jane Burnett in 1990 because it was grade 8 to 10. So I am Richmond High 1992. Richmond High 1992. Let's see, for the last 2 minutes, let's see some of your years and high schools. Well, I know she's not going to tell us the high school because she won't tell us where she lives, but 2014 for Fangirl. 2011 Richmond High. Love it. Love it. 2016 school, not to be named. 2010 McGee. 2015 Canby. Nice. Nice. 83. Love it, Jeff. Preston High School. Where is that? Is that Ontario? And are you in Ontario right now? And it's 3 a.m. Jeff, you are amazing. 89. Lambert Park. Nice. 2021, says Jack. Mount Sentinel, 2014. 89 in Australia. Nice. So Helen, you and I are very close in age then. 2018, says Mike. 89, Eagle River in Sicamous. Nice, Brian. 98, Rick Hansen. Love it. 2012, says the Duff Man. 93. So Anula, you and my lovely wife Gail are the same age. I don't know how long it took us to get to 20 wins. You have to look it up. Subscribe. McGee, 1998. Lakes District, 1997.5. What does that mean? What does 0.5 mean? Burnsview, 2015. Belmont, 86. Love it. Love it. Cambridge, Ontario. Awesome. Owen is 2026. I mean, you're in grade 10, Owen. That's it. LA Matheson in 2024. So Jaskrin is graduating this year. 96. Archbishop Midi in San Jose. Nice. Chilliwack, 92. Aaron, you and I, yes, we are the same age. Chilliwack, love it. Madison in 2000, Scarborough, nice, nice. Clayton Heights, great name of a school, 2005. Victoria High School, 88. Sorry, 88. I just made you younger by 10 years, Shannon. I know we'll save elementary schools for another day, 350, but mine would be in Colchina in Richmond. You guys, I'm going to end there. That is awesome. You guys were great tonight. So yes, I do know that the next Canucks game is Tuesday and not tomorrow. On your way out, make sure you subscribe, you like the video, you leave a late donation, you gift a membership, you buy your own membership, you upgrade your membership. If you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And thank you to my sponsors, Vancity Experts Real Estate and Perform Transform Personal training and weight loss. Moderators, thank you for doing what you needed to do. Not doesn't look like that much, which is awesome. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Andrew Chang. All three of you were in here. Thank you for being here tonight, and thanks for your support. And thanks to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Thanks to all of you for liking, for subscribing, for viewing. I always appreciate you, and I never take you for granted. And Lucas, thank you for the 2 donations. Coach Rob, thank you for the gift membership, the membership gift. And Fangirl and 350, thank you for using your membership messages as well. Don't forget, if you want to go on this Vegas trip, that is awesome. I rattled off 11 or 12 people. Well, 4 of them were my family members, but I rattled off 11 or 12 people that seem interested. You got to let Neal know, though. You got to let Neal know by Tuesday. Sean, Gerald says hi, and he wants you on the stream again soon. Shawnee. Gerald says hi, and he wants you on the stream again soon. But not right now because of what you're wearing, or not right now. Well, then come in here right now and see what they say. Sean is getting ready for bed. He's not wearing a shirt, but wearing pajama pants, thank goodness. And he says that the chat is not ready for him right now, and they would have to pay extra to see him how he looks right now. I'm just going to leave that there, actually. If you want to go to this Vegas trip, contact Neal Chark, Neal C at uniglobcarefree.ca, and tell him by Tuesday so he knows that you are interested. You guys are awesome. Thanks a lot for being here. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. By the way, I went Christmas shopping today, and I was at Toys R Us, and I asked the worker, I said, where can I find the Arnold Schwarzenegger dolls? And he looked at me and said, I'll be back. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.